We were born in the Philippines, so we have the Filipino accent.
So what can you say about my video, especially the latest one?
The latest
What
one,
are those mistakes that I have committed?
you didn't have any mistakes. More like you need to work on your comprehensive vocabulary. Make sure that everyone can understand what you're saying, and try not to make yourself look intelligent but sound intelligent instead. Because when I try to say that, when you are speaking in a larger audience or in a minor audience that is trying to convey the message that you are trying to say, at least try to make sure that everything that you are saying can be understandable. Because some people cannot understand what you are saying because you're speaking like this, la 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 la. You
And
can't
then
say, you
what
can't
about
speak like that.
what about my vocabulary? Is it okay?
Your vocabulary is so because you're just reading something.
No, I'm not reading. I just have my keywords.
Even if you have your keywords, it's still the same. At least you
Okay, tell
try
me.
try to make it more simpler, or at least try to make it more complex but easy to understand.
Well, okay, how can you? What is your suggestion? What can you say first and foremost? What can you say about my my video, my latest video, how to pass the speaking test skills?
Make sure that everything that you are saying can be conveyed and can be comprehended.
Okay, you criticize first. What are those mistakes you
And
criticize?
also the say when you say
Okay, you start from the
and
very beginning.
also when you try to say leave, you're what kind of things that are you trying to say? First and foremost, when you are speaking in English, make sure that your intonations and stress is actually could be conveyed in a more understandable way. Because if you say leave, what kind of leave are you trying to say? Are you trying to
I
say,
did not say leave. I said, do you still live there?
there you
Do
go?
you
That's
still live
there you go.
there?
That stress. Maybe you cannot comprehend it because it is your inside voice. But when you are trying to speak in your outside voice, and in that video, it comes out like live, like you're trying to live something.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Okay, what are all those faults did you find in my video?
Also, when you are trying to say something, most of your accents are all over the place. Sometimes you go from Filipino accent to Bisaya accent, from British to American. It it's
You mean my accent is a mix or whatever? What is it?
Yeah, it depends on the intonation. It depends on the words that you're trying to say. You don't have a proper intonation of each structure of the verbs or the vocabularies that you're trying to say. Many of them are, it can be a Filipino, it can be a Bisaya, it can be a British, or it can be an American.
Australia.
No, it's not Australian because I know.
Today.
No, that's not how they say it.
Because sometimes I am mixed with my accent because I have been also influenced by British, German, and Australia when I was back then when I was in Baguio City.
And when you're trying to convey it in a more simplistic way, at least try to make sure that your accent is just in one proper accent.
Well, what about my accent? Did I use many accents?
Yes, in different words. Like you say, when you say live, you're
I did
trying.
not say leave. I said
See, there you go.
leave.
There you go.
Do you
Another
still
one.
live there?
There you go. That one. You do not make it strong. You're making it strong. Why are you trying to make it strong? Are you trying to be an American, an Australian, or a Brit, or a Britannian?
Australia sometimes, but I am pretty much closer to Australian accent.
That's what you need to work on. You need to work on your intonation and your stress, which is the definition of your accent. And first and foremost, all of the things that you are saying is actually very helpful, and most of it is understandable. However, you need to at least slow down. Like me, when I'm trying to speak, it always flows like water. But when you spoke to your video earlier, you spoke like this, la 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 la. That's how they try to hear it when they're trying to listen to your voice.
Really?
Yeah.
And
So you
then
need to work on that. Do not
what
try
more?
do not try to speak too much. Speak more comprehensively and easy to understand, so that your message can be conveyed.
Okay, What more? Criticize again my latest video.
Most of it is all right. That's all that I can criticize. You need to work on your accent because your accent is all over the place.
What do you mean all over the place?
It mixes.
What?
It's like you're trying to speak English in a different accent from all over the world. Are you trying to be an Australian English? Are you trying to be a British English, or are you trying to be an American English?
I don't know. It just happened
That's
naturally.
that's how you need to fix it. Because do you know that people, like, there is also Gaelic English, there is also Scottish English, and there is also Irish English, and there is also American English, and there is also Californian English and New Yorker English. There are many kinds of English, and you're both mixing it because you're being influenced by the media, so you don't know what is the proper structure you're trying to do. If you're trying to sound like Southern accent English, like, "Hey y'all, what you doing over there? Going down from every time. Yeehaw! All my boys going down and get some dinner, hon." That's how Southern accent looks like. And if you are
What do you mean southern accent?
you don't know how Southern accent looks like? When you're on the farm with all my boys and my mom, we always going down from the chicken ranch, and then we go and eat some eggs and bacon.
Oh, is that southern English?
That's right, yippity doo. You
Really?
ain't got nothing on me.
Really? What do you think of my okay, as you criticize my latest video, what kind of accent that really fits me? Because I'm good at speaking, I guess I know it for myself.
Well, you need to experiment for yourself because, from my understanding, when I'm trying to speak, British is much more comfortable for me. And when I'm trying to speak in an American accent, it just falls flat and it goes from my Filipino accent.
But my accent, I think it's neutral.
It's not neutral, it's mixed. Because if you're trying to be Australian, you say today, and then when you say it in a British accent, you say today. If you say it in a American, today.
Oh, really?
Today, today, today.
Oh, is that
Something like that.
something like that? So
Today!
what other faults you have found in my video?
Your
What more?
accent. That's it. Your accent. You need to make sure that your accent is not stagnant. It is in a proper structure. You need to find your own identical structure of accent because it's all over the place.
You mean to say I must have one accent,
Yes.
not just mix all over the place?
That's correct because it's not gonna be understandable.
But I think it's artistic. The way I pronounce the words, I think I found it artistic.
You still need to work better on it because you know you had lots of mistakes and you know it too because you realize what's the sound of your own voice. So you should realize that you need to work on it
Okay.
to improve.
So is that all? What more criticism you
That
can
will
give?
be all for now.